What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Shaw Sports Podcast with Kelston Jones. My host, he's not here right now, but he will be here, soon. So let's get into some NFL news today. It's been a lot of NFL news going on. I know everybody saw the game last night, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. It was a pretty good game. The Houston Texans, they didn't look like a team that wanted to be there. They looked it kind of off. They didn't look right because they got rid of a key piece in D-Hop. When they got rid of him, things kind of looked it bad during the game. But let's go, with the Kansas City Chiefs. The rookie running back that they have, he really showed me something last night. The thing is, can he keep that same speed and that same energy that he had last night? If so, he will be a very, very great running back for years to come. So we're going to see how that goes. And Patrick Mahomes, he didn't show no rust at all. He was ready. He showed what he was about. So I think the Kansas City Chiefs can be a team to be reckoned with, the Super Bowl champions, but we're going to see more of them soon, sooner or later. So let's get on with the predictions and whatnot. I think the Dallas Cowboys, I'll be hard on them a lot. I talk about them a lot, but I think the Dallas Cowboys will have 3 1,000-yard pass catchers. You have Amari Cooper, one of the greatest wide receivers, you ask me, and Michael Gallup, and you also have CeeDee Lamb. You throw him in the mix with the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. I think the Cowboys, they have something special. But as I said before on my other podcast, the Dallas Cowboys, this is a make or break year for them. If Dak Prescott want to get paid like the rest of the guys, he has to perform better. He has to be great. So this is a make and break year for the Dallas Cowboys. So will he eclipse the 5,000 yards passing? That remains to be seen. But we're going to see throughout the year, throughout the season, how will the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are. But like I said, they will have the 3 1,000 yards receivers because they have the receiving core to go forward and be a force to be reckoned with in the NFC East. And let's talk about the NFL rushing title. I know a lot of people, they're throwing names like Ezekiel Elliott. He may win it, but my man to watch out for would be Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, he's a good running back. So he may look, he's not this. He will be a great running back this year. But my 3 or 4 guys that I have Nick Chubb, I have Miles Sanders, Ezekiel Elliott, and Saquon Barkley. That's if he can stay healthy. And I'm going to throw Christian McCaffrey in there also. So that's if Saquon Barkley can stay healthy. Last year, he wasn't healthy, so we're going to see how he plays this year. Are they going to go right through him, run offense through him? You have a quarterback in Daniel Jones. What will he do this year? But a lot of people believe that this is the Giants' year, so that remains to be seen right now because it's an early season. So I'm not going to talk bad about the Giants just yet because they still have time to go. So with the season just started, I want to see the Giants do good. I really do. But I think right now the Eagles might take that division. So for right now, the NFC East is not wide open because you have the Dallas Cowboys. They're talented. The Eagles are talented. The only team that is least talented is the Washington football team. But we're going to talk about them later on. So let's talk about the rookie Chase Young. I think he will set the NFL rookie sack record because he is very explosive. So he has the speed and he has the fundamentals also of the game to be a great defensive end. Like I said, he has the speed, he has the power, so he can get the job done for Washington. But the thing is, will they start him? Or a friend of mine was talking about that today. Honestly, I don't think they should start him, but that remains to be unseen too. I wouldn't start him. If I was the coach or GM, I wouldn't start him. But hey, that's not my job to do. But I think if you sit him out for a year or two, let him continue to get better, and you put him out there maybe in 2 years, he'll be great. You start him right now, he's going after that title. So that's what I think of Chase Young. And Aaron Rodgers, he's a very bad man. He's a dangerous man. He's a dangerous quarterback. He has a chip on his shoulder. When I tell you he has a chip on his shoulder, he has one, and it's big. When he's angry, he's a dangerous man. So watch out for Aaron Rodgers this year. I think he could possibly win his third MVP. So don't sit back. Oh man, he has a chip on his shoulder. So can Aaron Rodgers get it done this year? We're gonna find out. Let's go to the rookie wide receivers. We have a lot of great rookie wide receivers. We have Justin Jefferson in Minnesota, Jerry Jeudy in Denver, and Henry Ruggs with the Raiders. So out of them three, who will have the better season? I'm going to go with Jerry Jeudy, not because he's an Alabama man, but I've seen what he can do in the open field, and the same for Justin Jefferson. These guys are very explosive, and watch out for Henry Ruggs. He is very dangerous also with his speed. So he has enough speed to separate, to get away from cornerbacks with his speed. He's very fast and he's very physical. But out of them three guys, I think Jerry Jeudy will have the best year. So let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Can they repeat? I really think they can. I got faith in them. It's going to be tough, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs will be back in the Super Bowl because they showed me a lot in the first game. But we're going to see how they go from week 1 to week 8 because the season will get longer and the games will get harder. So we're going to find out very soon on how the Kansas City Chiefs react to the season with the coronavirus. So that will be something to look at. And let's talk about David Carr. Can he get the Raiders to the playoffs? That's a question that I asked yesterday. A lot of people, they don't have faith in Derek Carr. But I have faith in him just a little bit. I think he will get the Raiders to maybe 9-7 record, but don't put all your faith in Derek Carr because David Carr, he's not. I don't think he's that guy for Oakland. So I hope he progresses to be that guy, but he has to show the people what he can do. So let's talk about Defensive Player of the Year. My Defensive Player of the Year, it was Von Miller, but he's now out for the year. So now that's kind of up in the air for me right now. I don't have an answer for that. So we're going to go to the next question because, like I said, Von Miller was my Defensive Player of the Year. Now, Offensive Player of the Year, it can go to a lot of people. It can really go to – it can go to Drew Brees. It can go to Tom Brady. But right now, the way things are going, he had the first game of the season. He looked sharp. He looked dangerous. So, you know what? I can go with Patrick Mahomes right now because he looked very good. He didn't look out of sync or out of whack. He looked really good. So on to the next question. I know we're going kind of fast. Well, I'm going kind of fast. I'm sorry. The Cleveland Browns, can they make a push? They're very talented. They have talent from defense, receivers, and a defensive line. So if Denzel Ward, if he can remain to stay healthy, I think Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams, that will be a force to be reckoned with in Cleveland because Cleveland has the talent. They have the team. And they have the fan base. They have a very loyal fan base to get them to where they need to be. So look for Cleveland to get that push to the top, but we're not going to push them into the Super Bowl or divisional round. Cleveland might get a wild card. But as far as saying Super Bowl or bust, we can't say that because Cleveland, it seems like they're still trying to find that guy at quarterback. Baker Mayfield, you have to get your playmakers the ball. So we're going to see how Baker Mayfield progress as the season starts to move on. But I noticed one thing. We have to give a lot of guys chances, like a Baker Mayfield. But how many chances are we going to give these guys to prove themselves? So we have to see what's going on with a lot of players, progress and get better and keep on going and don't stop. So rookie of the year, it can go both ways. It really can. It can go to Justin Jefferson. It can go to Jerry Jeudy. It can go to Chase Young. But I'm sold on Jerry Jeudy for so long. I just can't give up on him. But the rookie of the year, it might go to Justin Jefferson if he can remain the same player or get even better than he was at LSU. He may get the rookie of the year. And one thing too, these guys are going to set records. I really think Jefferson and Jerry Jeudy and maybe Henry Ruggs, they will set records. Mark my word, these guys will set records this year. And let's speak on Jimmy Graham. I know a lot of people, they rolled Jimmy Graham off years ago. I think Jimmy Graham, he still has a few years left in him. I don't think that he's done just yet. Yeah, last year he fell off. But now he has an opportunity in Chicago to bounce back and to show everyone what he has. But like I said, people threw him away years ago. So let's give him this opportunity here in Chicago to see what he can do. So I'm going with him this year. With Graham, I'm going to take that and I'm going to roll with him this year. So we're going to see how far he can go if he can remain on a high level. He's a good tight end. He was never a bad tight end. I don't understand why people just gave up on him. He had that 1 year, he just fell off the map. But this year, it will be his year. Both Julio Jones and Kevin Ridley, can they surpass the 1,500-yard receiving yards? I think they will. Julio Jones, he is the top 5 wide receiver. Kevin Ridley, the verdict is still out on him, but he's good. He's good. He's not a bad receiver. He's not a great receiver, but he's a good receiver. He can get you what you need, but Julio Jones is on a whole nother level. So I think they can get that done. So we're going to sit back and watch them two great receivers, them two good wide receivers. Julio Jones is great. I'm sorry, Julio Jones is great. But really, he still has time to go. So we'll see how he goes. And a few games I want to touch on. I want to touch on the Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints, they have two cornerbacks back there, Lattimore and Jenkins. And you also have Malcolm Jenkins. They can cause havoc against Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. But the thing is, with Lattimore, I said it last night, Lattimore, if he wants the big money, because we've seen two good cornerbacks just got paid. If we can see Lattimore live up to his potential, Lattimore will get paid. Matter of fact, I'll go out on a limb. Lattimore can be the highest paid cornerback if he plays well this year. He will be the highest paid. That's my prediction. He will be the highest paid cornerback in the NFL if he can play to his potential. He has to get it done. He has to show everybody why. Why should we pay you the big bucks? But let's go over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. They're loaded. I'm not too much sold on Leonard Fournette, but Tampa Bay has a team. They don't have a bad team. So this is what I would say for Tampa Bay. You have all that firepower. You got O.J. Howard, okay, and you got Gronk, okay. So that shouldn't really be no excuse of why Tampa Bay cannot get into the playoffs or even to the conference playoffs. So we're gonna pick that game as the game of the week. And the Dallas Cowboys and the Rams. That is another great game to watch out for. So we have a lot of games coming up Sunday. I know I don't have the time to touch all of them, but the Jets and Bills is a game to me that will be interesting. The reason why I say that is because the AFC East is wide open. Anybody can win a division. But let me tell you, I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say it. The Buffalo Bills can run that division. They have a defense. They got a good wide receiver in Diggs. You got a good quarterback. You got a running back. You got a defense. So it should be no reason why the Buffalo Bills should not make the playoffs and take that division. I'm not sold on New England. I don't know if Cam Newton can even stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, it'll come down to the Patriots and the Bills as if he can stay healthy. So we're gonna see how time goes with that. But for right now, I think the Bills will win that division. So because that division, since Tom Brady got traded away, that division has been wide open. It's open. But the Bills, they have to take that division. Let's go to the NFC West. I want to speak on that division. The San Francisco 49ers, and you have the Seattle Seahawks. The verdict is still out on the Rams. Between these two teams, it's going to be tough. And I'm looking at the Cardinals because they have D-Hop, they have Murray. But do Arizona have the weapons? Are they capable of beating the 49ers like that? Are they capable of beating Seattle? Are they capable of going on the road in New Orleans and beat? So you have to build your team up to beat the other teams, the other big monsters. So what I think in that division, Seattle will take that division because Seattle is a great team. But that is it right now. I want to thank everybody for listening to the Big Shot Sports Podcast with Kelston Jones. Everybody have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for listening.